wanted this.
Oh, then.
I never wanted
Okay, doing
to
no more.
unleash
Okay.
my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war.
I guess we could do Dawn of War or Yu-Gi-Oh, whichever. I don't know if Drake has Master Duel.
No.
But okay, let me. Alrighty.
Despite the name, I haven't done anything with you in quite some time.
Yeah. What the? Why is it? It is odd. It refuses to share. Let's see. Huh. That is odd. Huh. That does not make any sense. I don't know why it's doing that. One second, let me refresh my screen.
So how you been, Drake?
Getting back into just whatever. Sort of getting tired of Alpha Clash
That's
right
that.
now because of a major rule change, and I'm planning on just like setting the game on a back burner, revisiting sometime later because basically everything I knew about it is no longer accurate. So I'm trying to get like other things, more stable things underneath me.
Fair play, fair play.
Do you know how to fix this?
Fair play.
Do you know how to fix this?
What?
So for whatever reason, it's not sharing my screen. It's
Make sure it's sharing the right screen. Are you on just one monitor?
I'm on 2 monitors, but for whatever reason,
There's got to be a setting that lets you change which monitor you're.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, let me.
Strange.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the screen that has my thing on it. How's it working?
Yeah, seems fine. Yeah. I see Commander Meow.
Yep. I am at 78%.
God, Boreal was such a boring character.
Okay, yeah, so if it's... Okay, so let me... Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Let's pull up multiplayer. And just create... So this will just be the... Okay. So you're saying... Okay, so... All right. So how's it working? Is the game streaming, or is it my monitor, or is it the browser?
I do not see the game streaming.
That is really odd. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna try closing it. See if I can change that. Huh, that's stupid. Why's it doing
Very
that?
strange.
It's so annoying.
Huh.
It's so annoying. Why is it doing that? I can't share a window because for whatever reason. Let's try. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Dawn of War is just being really stupid and frustrating right now. Okay, there we go. Finally, it decides to work on me.
Damn you, Zinch.
Alrighty.
Ultimate Apocalypse. Okay.
I never used it. I actually deleted the mod. I didn't like it.
That's fair.
Oh, let's do that. Malachi.Dunn is the game name and Codex is the password.
Okie dokie, one sec.
And we'll just do that. I've never played in Crossroads before, so let's computer.
Okay.
I don't see your. There it is. Okay, just took a bit to show up.
Okay. Do. Okay.
Okay.
What faction? What faction? Choices.
Make sure to change the AI's difficulty.
Yep. Yeah, let's switch. Let's press game on. Let's just go harder, shall we?
Cool.
That sounds fair.
All right. Let's start this. Let's start this rumble off.
Oh, yeah.
Marines, Tau, and Guard. We's gonna shoot some stuff up, people.
Indeed. So much stuff gonna be shot up today, boys.
Ain't that so, you stupid humies?
Now listen here, boys. I'm the big boss here. But I'm the big boss here.
We're all playing shooty races, and yet we're all making orc jokes.
At least I'm not tinkering like you drink.
Yeah, because orcs have the best jokes. Orcs don't know it. Orcs don't use it. Orcs don't know it.
Hmm. Come.
Don't know what's holding it up.
I don't know either.
Hmm. Almost there.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's super weird.
Hmm. Doop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Come on, quit being buggy on me. I don't think it's my internet. Shouldn't be, at least.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're coming through pretty clear actually compared to how like I used to hear things.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay, it's
Finally.
just...
Oh, don't tell me.
Hmm.
Whoa, somebody just like insta-jibbed.
Hmm.
Hmm. Maybe something weird about Soulstorm. Alright, there we go. Oh. Whoops, Codex is on the other team.
Whoops.
Yeah, it looks like Codex is on the other side. So it looks like it's a 2v4.
Traitor!
Oh no.
Wait, no.
2v4? What? I
No.
can't even do anything.
What? Maybe it's just the... Yeah,
I just
I
can't do
don't
anything.
know. Yeah, it looks like you've been defeated already. You are on team 1. But it's just you...
Huh.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it just killed... Maybe it just died. Let's upgrade.
This is very strange.
Unit occlusion. I don't know
Huh.
what that means exactly. Yeah, you must have died. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Probably like some kind of timeout, and because he didn't like do something in time.
Maybe. Is Soulstorm like famously buggy or something?
I don't think
Yes.
so. Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, kinda.
Should I try Dark Crusade instead?
Yeah, let's finish this up and then move to Dark Crusade since Dark Crusade in all likelihood
yeah.
is much more reliable.
Yeah. Hmm. How very strange. Very strange indeed.
Oh, we got a bot into chat. So you got any fun plans for?
Yeah, seriously. We're going to take my dad out for a good time out, really. Why is this so laggy? Damn, that's a lot of sluggers. Oh, what's going on? Why is this being so finicky today? It's never been like this. What's you doing with this? How come I'm being like this?
Looks like the enemy is set up over there. All right, let's. Oh, Codex died. Yeah, you gotta build that up so you can reveal all the stealth enemies. There we go. Well, that was close. That was close. Oh, looks like you got a little bit of a problem. Let's slug it, boys. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm dead.
I'm not dead, but I don't think I can get the point back in time.
Yeah,
Those
I'm
freaking
pretty
knobs!
screwed.
Those are knobs! Screw this! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting hit by dark elves and yeah, I'm getting hit by dark elves and the yeah, I think I'm I'm pretty dead.
I'll do what I can to send something over.
Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, maybe I'm just not good at this game. Yeah. Yeah. What do we-
Okay, we managed to stop that. And
If you could come over and help me out, I would really appreciate it because I am getting stomped.
Lost control of the. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, good game.
We tried. I think we were supposed to have a third person, but
Yeah, it looks like Codex was resetting his laptop. Let's see, doesn't.
they want to try a 2 versus 2 AIs or what?
We could do 2 versus 2 AI. Let's do Dark Crusade since that
Okay.
way we might have some easier, a little bit easier time.
No screwing around with Soulstorm mods.
All right. Yeah, it looks like maybe Codex is just having some rough times with his device. Okay, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I think
No
we're going to
worries.
Dark Crusade this time.
Yes, that's fair.
The Dark Elder and the Tau aren't worth it. No, not
I mean,
that Tau.
Sisters Battle.
Sisters of Battle aren't worth it.
Yeah, the
The
yeah.
Tau are totally worth it because they're OP as hell.
That's really a shame. You would say that, wouldn't you?
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you would say
Hopefully,
that. All right, let's give this another try.
There we go. Oh, Dunn is Tau now.
Yeah, I'll just
Oh,
change it
lovely.
up.
Misclick. There we go.
There we go.
All right, let's put in computer.
I think we have to
Computer.
actually set our teams. So, team one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Unless you do want to do a battle royale or something.
I'll just put these guys on team 3, and then we'll just do team 1.
That's fair.
All
Okay.
right, so
I'm on
hopefully this works.
AI
Let's do it.
difficulty, or you want to just make it standard?
Yeah, let's change the AI difficulty to hard.
Yeah, hard, not something totally stupid. See how we feel after this.
Okay.
I'm gonna suffer the most.
Mm.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Mm.
It's going well so far.
Yeah, it's just loading up for me. Give it a sec.
Hmm. There we go. Huzzah, I can move. Huzzah.
Awesome. So what's your general strategy with playing our Space Marines exactly to make it a little bit more efficient?
Probably get, I say, 2 squads of scouts. Cada Servitor gets the chapter barracks. And go from there, really.
Mm.
Oh.
How about you, Drake?
For Marines, I've actually been looking into some of these, but they don't exactly map correctly to Dark Crusade. Give me a sec. With Marines, it really it changed a lot when you build your plasma generator and whether or not you want to go the just body spam route or machines. I like going body spam personally because apothecaries make it just incredibly potent.
Mm,
Oh. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Chaos.
let me.
Yeah, Chaos is one of them.
I've got some guard on me.
Holy crap.
I'm just gonna grab that thing in the middle. See if I can increase my requisition. I'm just waiting for it to.
Okay, the cultists are brain farting. I'm going to be able to wipe them up.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, you go.
Alrighty.
You go. Get that up.
All right. Nice. Me and Codex can hold this part right here.
Yeah. I need to get my resources sorted out. Okay, so turret there. So turret there.
Okay, looks like we're fighting against the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, and Chaos on this side.
I've got some guard and chaos on my side as well. And they're detecting my infiltrators. What a pain in the ass.
Oh,
And there
okay.
goes my stealth.
Yeah, Donkey, might need some fire support here. Actually, no, hold on. I think I'll be fine.
I'll kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Not bad for a flashlight.
Yeah, I got some enemy guardsmen coming in, but the nice thing is I've got a battalion of a squad of Grey
Right.
Knights.
Cool. Right, I'll capture this one. Fortify there, that's fine. Fortify there, that's fine. That's 2 planters there. Okay. Right, I'll come back you up.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, I'm gonna need. Yeah, I'll fortify this area here.
Maybe not this way. Okay. Oh dear, where?
Okay, we got a problem.
Yeah. Right, I'll come back you up. That side at least, anyway. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. Da, 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 da. Let's do what to do. Where?
Yeah, I'm down for the count.
No, I'm coming, kid. Don't worry. I'm coming.
All right.
Try getting tied up in melee so you can charge into them. Oh, crap. Okay. So, yeah, that's probably better to do that, actually. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
that's
surprised my
hilarious.
Commissar's still alive. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, I am pretty dead.
Fortunately, I think I got the chaos did right.
Hmm. Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're really
wiping me
rushing.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, those grenade launchers, though. Oof. Rough.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, that's my Commissar now. I got my commander coming in. And where's my one? All right, okay, the Commissar's dead. You can kill him now. Should be a little bit easier now. Hmm? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got a good defense going over here.
Oh, yeah, they got some armor up there now. Oof.
Ah, crap! The chaos teamed up with the freaking Imperial Guard to kill my stealth suits.
Hmm.
Oh well. Consolation prize. Chaos is basically dead. Oh.
That's good at least. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can. That was a touch and go for a second. Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get a tech priest over here so I can actually fast travel to you a bit more quicker. I think I can build in your area. I'm not sure.
Don't know if you can. We currently have one of the critical locations, so we're good there.
Yeah.
The enemy's got a listening post.
Let's see if I can. Oh, I can. Okay, good. Yeah, I can build up an infantry command here.
Ah, crap! He's got a defiler. I got to fall back. Cass is not dead.
Yeah, the
Okay.
guardsmen are going to break for that area. Okay, just give me a little time.
I'm gonna try hitting them from the rear, see if that makes any difference.
Yeah. Okay, that might be enough.
Probably
I'm
not.
coming
No.
in. What do they got? Okay, that's the chaos base right there. Okay.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to build an armory. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to push into the center. Oh, they got a listening command. Okay, yep, they got a defiler. Okay.
I'll get the defiler.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, defiler is down.
Okay, good. That was cheering me up. Whoosh. This is going to be a hard one. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, I just lost. Yeah, let me rebuild my troops. I'm almost out of resources. Don't have very much.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm going to lose the guy.
Yeah, need to.
Oh. Yeah, they're really pushing in.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think we might be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might be dead.
Yep, I'm looking that way too. They're on tier 3, and I hadn't built up fast enough. My crew docs is way too late.
Yeah, same here.
It's a real pain in the ass facing like Chaos and Guard, because it's like I got my stealth teams, and normally they would like just total a Defiler because like the Defiler can't see them at all, and I just plasma them to death. But then Guard shows up with their cross map IC or infiltrators, and then they just die instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, this was a good game, boys, but they outplayed us.
And maybe we should take it down to normal. My build orders are not what they should be.
Yeah, let's just should I just call it and start
Yeah.
another one? Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah.
dead.
God damn it.
That was pretty rough. That was alright. Alright, let's try
That was a
new.
massacre. There's no way to put it.
Yeah, that was a pretty steep massacre.
Yeah. Hmm.
Alright, let's
let's go on
do standard.
So the same team again, or just free for all this time? Okay, never mind.
I think same team works fine.
Yeah. Actually, do I play? Actually, no. Think about it.
Alright.
Yeah, actually, I might go Space Marines this time.
Alright. Alright, game starting in 6, 5,
Yeah, it looks like we
4.
might be split up. Oh,
Possibly.
Alrighty.
Check the barracks. Oh, I'm well in enemy lines. Oh dear.
Strategic point identified. Strategic point identified. I exist to serve.
Let's get some Perion. Get this built up.
Strategic point identified.
Alrighty, so what's our plan, gentlemen?
Well, I'm betting
I'm gonna
behind the main
try to
lines,
unite
actually.
with whoever's on my side.
Okay.
Soon as
Codex, what if you and me try and build up some defenses? Like you don't have to worry about this side, about kind of the side that's toward me, but we do have to worry about what's on the side there. So if we can
Yeah.
quarantine, choke them,
Yeah.
okay, we've got a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a problem.
Works.
Freaking works. I need to build up my power amounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so
chaos
they,
again. Oh, god damn it. Right, 1 sec.
okay.
Oh. That was chaos. Why is it that? Oh, you are kidding me.
Bunch of chaos came at you.
Yep, chaos rushed me again. Come on.
how is Red Space Marine doing? Which one is Red Space Marine? Is that Dunn or
Red Space Marine is me. I'm just dealing with some orcs. Orcs, thankfully the flamethrower is, or Space Marines is doing okay. But they're gonna come back in force, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just setting up some defense. I'm just setting up some turrets.
Come on. Get that turret up.
oh, they're gonna break?
There we go. Ooh. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, that was close.
Push the Chaos Forces back on my position.
All right.
At least for a while, at least.
Okay, I got orcs coming down from this part right here. So,
Yeah.
so
That was a rough one.
Okay, Codex. So I'm going for the Chaos Marines to your southwest.
Okay. We're not going to handle this Marines, but I think I can handle it.
Yeah, I got this. Grenade launchers are broken.
Yes, they are. Oh,
yeah, I'm just
There they
moving
come again.
slowly up.
right, yeah. Right, come.
I'll
I
hold
got
off
some
the orcs here.
Right, I'll help Draco a little bit.
Yeah, I'm holding off the orcs up here. I've currently got them in a bit of a kill box.
Okay. Oh, bugger. Okie dokie.
All right. I'm gonna build my machine cult.
Yeah.
Once, yeah. Forward.
Sending some men your way to assist you, Dunn.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me. I don't think you can also stream games too. What do you mean, Charlotte? Not sure what you mean by that. That okay. Okay, we've got our kills established.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Oof. That was rough.
Yeah. Rough.
Got a sorcerer in my grill. I would very much appreciate if someone could shoot the man. Thank you.
That's us, we're done.
Awesome.
We shall know no fear.
Sounds like one down.
Yeah, one down.
All right, tearing up. It needs to be repairs.
Yeah, I keep burning through my resources. I can never figure out how to get more or make it go faster, I guess.
Right. Okay, again, the machine cults. Secret artifacts. Not bones. Okay, can't do that yet. What have they got up here then? Good. Right, we're behind you, right?
Yeah, it's Ice of Heretics. Leroy Jenkins.
I actually don't know that reference. What's that reference to?
It's Warcraft, isn't it?
I think.
Right, coming in.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him too. I got a mech. I'm just I've set my base so that I can I'll just hit the enemy in the base defend itself. Servitors are so freaking creepy.
Yeah. Very creepy.
Creepy mutilated thing, and sometimes it's like a baby is used for like like those
Cherubs.
yeah, the cherubs. That's freaking disturbing.
Would you say that's actually the most alternative one? Because it's better than being a archaeoflagellant. Those things are creepy.
Yeah, so much of Warhammer 40k is so delightfully creepy.
Yeah.
Admittedly, though, for whatever reason, whenever I hear that, I think of high-top films describing Wonder Woman 1984 as lovely craziness, even though that movie is complete dog crap.
Yeah.
All right. This is probably one of the worst superhero movies ever made. It's definitely the worst. One of the, I think it might actually be the single worst female superhero movie.
Possibly.
Since as bad as Catwoman and Elektra are, and Supergirl, they don't break reality. And Wonder Woman 1984 kind of breaks reality with all the wishful crap.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we got them.
Yep. We win.
And I
Woohoo!
need basilisks.
Definitely you guys were the MVPs. I didn't really contribute very much.
Hmm.
They're not dead for some reason. There we
Yeah.
go.
Hmm. Wonder Woman 1984, to answer your question, that movie has basically no redeeming elements other than the fact that Gal Gadot is an attractive woman. Since they even
Yeah.
ruin Steve Trevor, who is the only good part of the first Wonder Woman movie. Since the rest is pretty bad.
Okay, what time is it now? Okay.
It's just a bad movie. It's just a really, really bad movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984, just trash.
Okay, so we feeling that's it?
Yeah. I did want to like see if I do want to kind of keep going with my like my outline. Let me actually send you the link to the notes. Should be freely available. Only in Codex. Maybe dual, like we can kind of come up with some ideas since I have a rough timeline of events, and I'm trying to work I'm kind of doing a combination of things. I'm working on trying to develop the characters, but I also want to like get the events like solid as I can, so that I can just kind of go, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever kind of felt like that, where you kind of just like, okay, I
Yeah.
want to get the events down?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, so got like some notable, like a number of notable things that happen, but I'm just trying to like figure out this whole thing since the since I didn't know a whole lot of these people before I got to the mission. So sorry, it's downloading. So what I need to kind of figure out is how to like make through line characters, since one of the things about this is that there's going to be a lot of fluctuation, I guess you could say, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going home throughout the books, a lot of people getting discharged, some people dying. It's really going to depend a lot. So there isn't going to be like a big central character, but I'm just trying to really want to try and make it just 600. You guys there?
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah, I'm
there's
here.
still
I'm
like a through line character or characters, correct?
Yeah, the closest thing that I have to a through line character is the commander. At least is Commander Bell, who is going to be the guy who's heading the war from like the good guys team, and then throughout the mission, the crusade are going to be the smaller, going to be the various other people, the like male and female apostolicus, who are kind of on the ground on the various planets. So
It's like generally, despite like what you might think, I don't really like having really high ranking people being the main character per se. I like them being like the exposition factories and sort of explaining how things work. But if you were, let's put it bluntly, if the character that the audience is following is of comparable military experience to them, it's better because it's more relatable.
yeah,
You're not
so
going to be relate to somebody who's been in the service for a long time.
So this is kind of a different kind of situation. He's actually hasn't been in the military as a like a battlefield guy. He's been in the field as a lawyer for the past 20 years after serving only two years of service.
So is this like one of those citizen soldier deals where he like signs up for a tour of duty?
He actually just gets called into gets called to be the commander.
Why do you get
By
called to
the
be a
Corps.
commander if his experience is in law?
Kind of the idea is that he is a ex-colonel.
Okay, so he has military experience, and they're basing it off that.
Yeah, since the idea is that my mission president, he was also he was a JAG officer before he got called to be a mission president. So, and he's getting called in to organize. He's had I guess, like some military, quite a bit of military, I guess, experience, but most of the, I guess, he's basically being called in to start a new crusade, and taking over for 2 other people. And the main reason why I say that he is, I guess, the main character per se is more because he is there the longest, more than he is a like like the person that we spend the most POV time with. It's kind of hard to describe. I'm trying to figure out like how to make it work really.
Yeah, it's like on a lot of my stuff, I like it. It's not really a rule per se, but it's more like just a pattern I do is making the POV character the stupidest, most ignorant character in the scene relevant to what is going on right now. Because then they don't know what is going on and have to ask.
God damn. Okay.
What?
No, it's just got this good hand here, actually.
Yeah, so since one of the ideas that I have is that like he's actually kind of he's new to kind of the position he's in terms of he's kind of been a small time like he's kind of been in command of like a small thing, but now he's getting like a small battalion type deal, but now he's getting called to be in command of about 6 legions, which is about I think it's about 6 to 7 battalion, 6 to 8 battalions, give or take.
Okay. So qualify how small of a battalion he has relative to it's like how big a squad would be.
I would say a squad is about 30 or 40, and then a battalion is about 1,000.
Those are some big squads. Like IRL squads are about like 4.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yes, because it's easier to just have a bunch of independent teams just actively sowing chaos rather than like one single coordinated point of failure. So if you have like a bunch of smaller teams all with a general idea of what their job is, but they go about it in their own ways, then they avoid any massive. Well, actually, it kind of can sometimes cause problems, like when they bump into each other. But generally, when they're just handling things on their own, especially if they're very far spread apart, then they can just handle things more quickly as they just only responsible for a smaller area. So a bunch of smaller teams taking small areas at a time versus one overarching command structure that has to micromanage everything. Micromanaging is bad. Especially if these guys are as high tech as you led me to believe the other day.
Yeah, it's I was kind of just taking the
guys should be
ideas
about
from
one-man armies, shouldn't they be? Is that the idea? Actually, perhaps more to the point, what do their enemies look like? Are their enemies comparable to them? Bigger, smaller?
I would say that both sides utilize super soldier serum essentially to even up the playing field.
Okay, so it is just super soldier headbutts. Okay.
And they're kind of introducing new stuff as time goes on in terms of, say, like they're introducing trying to make telekinetic implants work. That was a slight misplay, Mr. Codex.
I know.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
Still with me today, though.
Wait.
Oh.
That's why I say that was a misplay.
Ah.
So.
Fair enough.
I do think you do have me, though. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think you. All right. Let me see. All right. All right. I think. Okay, probably won't be able to make a comeback with that, but okay, I think I might have a way that I can get you. But okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure. Yeah, a lot of it's going to be. Yeah, that is a good point. I haven't fully considered necessarily like how
squad sizes.
Yeah, squad sizes. Yeah, most of what I've been kind of figuring out is kind of just the like bigger scale stuff.
The other advantage to small squads is you don't have to write as many characters, so there's that.
Yeah, that could actually work.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of the idea, I guess, that I was going for is that the Apostolicus are like the smaller time, like the kind of almost like our officers being put in control of the battalions. It's kind of the idea, I suppose. Um, me.
Ah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for you, Drake, what would kind of be like a way to write very much a revolving door type deal of characters? Since
Well, the easy way, kill some.
yeah, true.
It's an army.
Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely gonna be one strategy that I'm gonna be going with. I just need to so I guess since the timeline of this is gonna be about maybe 5-6 years. I'm just trying to figure out how much detail I want to put in, since I can probably make it about like possibly like a year per book, maybe. I'm not sure.
So the focus of the book is essentially just going to be like the major conflicts.
I would say yes, and maybe some smaller conflicts.
Okay, so it's just hand waving the administrivia. It happens off screen, in a manner of speaking, and it's
I'm
just
not sure I
about
understand.
the combat.
Um,
But you don't need to show them getting their orders. They're fighting with their orders. That's the focus of the story, correct?
yeah, true. There is going to be at least maybe a little bit of the bigwigs trying to like figure out what they're going to be doing, but and sometimes the commander and the assistants coming in to help out, but I
Define help
guess
out.
um well, kind of the idea is that they would bring in battalions from other areas to try and help out. They have their own small battalions spread across. Well, not sure. Well, basically, the assistants and the commander are going to be engaged in bureaucratic stuff, but then you have
So, like calling in localized reinforcements.
yeah, kind of, and then and then sometimes and often the assistants will help to provide leadership, help out various companionships that might be struggling, like by providing tactical advice.
Do you envision a lot of jurisdiction issues? Like one commander wants to do things one way, but another commander wants to do things another way because the second commander is a little more gun shy because they live in this area and they care more about if it's reduced to rubble. Something like that.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yes, that's always a thing whenever you're dealing with more localized problems. It's like whoever's not from that area is going to be a lot more trigger happy.
That's actually a good point.
Like your main character could be a lot more trigger happy.
That's a good point. I need to decide on who is going to be the main character. Who's
Like, what's
the
your
main character?
commander's temperament?
He is mostly jovial, but if you do something stupid, his blood pressure rises precipitously.
No, more like logistical temperament. Is he like a kind to hold back, or is he a kind to like go for it and you better have it, or I'm going to run you over?
I would actually say the latter is a fairly accurate description.
Okay, so pretty headstrong. It sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, you're going for
It's like
Chimera
he knows
Tech.
what he's doing at least.
Yeah, Oh, my friend.
I don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I said something bad happened. Chimera Tech Over Dragon is basically it's like screw you the card thing that you stuff into your side deck just to go nya 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 nya.
Well, the problem is he misplayed and summoned Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Then
Chimera Tech Uber Dragon, you mean?
Yep, but I just decided to change it. But yeah, I'm sorry, Codex. You
Yeah, all right. I lost a power bond. Yeah.
that was pretty. That was a pretty stellar move. That was a pretty dang high attack point card.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job. That was a good one.
Yeah,
But,
Dunn
almost
was
got
in trouble there for a little bit, and then he
Almost.
summoned like 5 monsters.
Yeah. I just kind of felt like it. So how I would describe Colonel Bell, there was kind of an attitude of most of the time he's very very good, very like jovial, nice person. And then sometimes you will get Colonel Bell if you screw up.
So he's like friend to friends, enemy to enemy.
Well, if you do something dumb, if you give advice outside of your stewardship, there was one time a missionary gave advice to a branch president, and President Bell came down and he asked the missionary to explain it, but slowly, and as the missionary explained what had happened, Colonel Bell slowly turned redder and redder by all accounts, until finally he exploded and yelled, "If you ever do that again, I will send your butt on a plane ride home."
Okay.
But yeah, he was
Oh,
shoot!
Oh,
That was a bad choice.
Misplay?
That was bad. Yeah, that was a misplay. Whoops. I
Ah.
hate that Ash Blossom.
You Ash Blossomed yourself?
Yeah, I Ash Blossom myself by accident, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, and I had the perfect play too. Yeah, whoops.
Ouch.
I think you might have me. You might have me.
Maybe.
Anyway, so normally what a lot of armies
No,
will do is
okay.
that it's not typically a sign that even like a really unhinged officer. Now, this mind you, this goes out the window in boot camp because the entire point of boot camp is to yell at people. You generally, once you clear a certain level of rank, you're up sort of above chewing people out in public. You're like, would you mind stepping off to the side? Closed door, and then you hear muffled screaming.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Well, it wasn't private. Like I just remember this story. Like he was just kind of watching from from a distance. Like, it was
Yeah, it's
like in
like
a side.
he's got no patience for stupidity. Probably because he's seen something really stupid happen before with severe consequences.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess like it could be like somebody who is like gets promoted to assistant. I know a couple of I do have a couple of those. They're kind of later on, I guess.
Right. I need to get.
Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I think I might. I might be out of options.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, more.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like what I can do. Like since it's spread out, like the idea is that I guess that is a good point. They would be like smaller units. I guess the
Smaller
idea is
units,
that.
more independent thought.
Hmm. Yeah, that actually would work kind of with the idea of like missionary or kind of my missionary structure. I was just thinking like in kind of the big cities, they often will get besieged by enemy armies, and they also have to worry about large hordes of lizard people. So I guess that could work. That it's basically like in the kind of exterior areas, it's a lot of smaller unit attacks.
Are the
And
lizard
then
people also hostile?
the lizard people are hostile. Yeah, they actually are carnivorous, and they'll eat they eat anything that's meat, including people.
Oh,
That's an interesting trap card. Hmm.
So
That's a good
this
point.
guy's been in service before. How long was he in service the previous time?
He was about I think like 5, 6 years, and now he's about early 60s, early to mid 60s. This was
Is
about.
that considered a long tour of duty, or is that sounds kind of short by modern standards?
True. I guess like he probably was there for like in like regular active duty for 2 years, and then for the rest of the time he was in um doing working as a military lawyer, and then got into administrative command
You know,
and
maybe that
over.
might be why he's got such a low tolerance for stupid, because he's seen people screw themselves over legally so many times.
Oh,
That's
Nibiru,
good.
of course.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think that actually. Yeah, I think that's probably why Colonel Bell would often come out as stupid, because he was like, "Really? You're doing this?" Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, because when you're a lawyer, you by
Oh, shit.
definition are not dealing with the best of the best. You're dealing with the screw ups.
Hmm. Let's see if I can get lucky. Nope. Well, doesn't matter. Yeah, so, and but yeah, he would kind of be
Shit.
overseeing things, and
Well,
yeah, he would kind of
shit.
be overseeing things is the idea, and then the people on the ground would be the people prosecuting the war, and he deals with administration, training, upkeep, making sure that everything runs smoothly.
But then he went back to combat, which is where he's starting the story.
Yes, he is having to. He is often having to go into combat to help out. Yeah.
Is this typical? Is this atypical? Is he filling in because there's a shortage? Are people not enlisting like they used to? Or is this
That's a good question. Hmm. I
what
guess
if that
kind of the
is like a
idea.
cultural thing in this society that the way things are in the quote unquote future isn't the way that they were sort of quote unquote supposed to be, just in general, sort of feeding into this larger theme of everyone around this guy being a massive screw up, and his entire culture is in fact a massive screw up culture.
Hmm.
So he's coming back because other people didn't do their jobs.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that was a misplay. Yeah, that was a bad misplay. Whoops. I guess kind of just the idea that I had was once you get to a certain level of experience, you like have a certain amount of experience, you get called to do this. Like kind of the idea with being a mission president in the church is that you are just called, you're kind of just you're arbitrarily called to do it. In some cases, it's in many cases, at least with my two mission presidents, because they were rich. One was a former Air Force JAG officer, and the other one was a construction company owner. So, that
So
is
it's
a
like
good question.
some body superior to pretty much everything. Somebody running the show is essentially making the call that it is your time. So this isn't a
Mhm.
surprise to him that he's being called back into service. He knew this was coming. Yeah, I'm sort of like building his psychology from the ground up.
It is kind of a surprise that he did get called. Like he actually just barely retired from like regular JAG work, but like, and just kind of he just he got called because the Quorum of the 12 believed that he had the qualifications needed to fulfill this role.
Were they correct?
For me, I would say yes. Because my idea is that he's a very good leader, very good tactician, actually knows how to do things well. One like built-in weakness into the character is going to be that he kind of goes over budget a bit, and is kind of in a bit of a massive spender, as well as ever so slightly strains relationships by working toward a results-driven culture.
Well,
and
that's
strains
not very
relationship.
strategic. Generally, when people talk like strategy and military, it's being able to do a lot with a little. So if he's like a really big spender, and he's still considered successful, then he must be like toppling empires or something.
Yeah, I guess the idea would be that he rapidly increases the success of this area, since in real life what he did was he was able to take the basically just create a new mission from scratch and turn it into the highest baptizing mission in the Midwest. And so that's kind of the idea that he was able to really train up the missionaries from, and especially with bridging two disparate cultures, and quadruple their baptism numbers.
Oh, so this is for the sake of converts, not like conquest.
Well, kind of it was based on converts. Like, basically the idea is I'm taking the convert baptisms and transforming them into military conquests.
Okay, this gives me so many more questions. It's like, are the people sympathetic to the cause they're being converted to? Like, they're being oppressed and they would very much like to join this church, but they can't because of some overbearing force over top of them, and they're essentially being freed? Is that what's going on?
I hadn't thought about that. My thought with the initial thought that I'm thinking is that how it works is it's a set number of battalions that the members in the area are the battalions. The Apostolicus are kind of newcomers who are being brought in to try and lead the war effort in kind of the individual areas. And then sometimes there are converts where the Apostolicus will teach to the prisoners of war. But the idea is that
that comes off like indoctrination, right?
True, technically, but
Or
it's
is that
basically
the
just
point?
I guess it could be. The idea is that the Apostolicus don't try to teach people who are still like Christians. They only teach apostates, which are the demon worshippers. Since they have,
You'd think they would be less. You think that demon worshippers,
That's
unless
gay.
they're like under the control of the demons, which is why I'm thinking that this is some sort of liberating effort or humanitarian aid.
Yeah. To a certain extent, like the apostates, the idea is that the apostates are people who don't want to live with any rules.
So anarchists. Okay.
And they specifically are, they don't like the rules and structures of the church, many of which left because they did not want to live by the standards, and some of them wanted to take power, and when put to a vote, they lost, and so they decided to apostatize and rebel.
A vote
And-
involving who?
Basically, the idea was that they wanted control of the government and to like change the rules.
Yeah, so it's like
But-
you have an entire government, you have a pro-church faction within the government, and an apostate faction against it. So the apostates
Yeah.
just lost the election, essentially.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so they decided to turn to, and then they turned to the demons to give them strength, because how it works is demons get power from negative actions, kind of like the chaos gods, to a certain extent, more kind of general. And so that symbiotic relationship gives the apostates power, and the demons are able to continue, and they're able to interact with the physical world by bonding with humans and creating a symbiotic relationship with a single human. So, if that makes sense.
You are gonna like Grim Dawn when you get to it. It's an
probably
odd
will, yeah.
segue, but just like throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, as far as that goes, it sounds like the demons require certain rituals from the apostates in order to have power. Usually, the reason that they do stuff like that is to incarnate physically, which is true in Warhammer as well as other belief systems.
Yeah, just
So it's like they're
demonology
trapped on the
and-
far side of the afterlife, and they want to get to the real world, or the material world, physical world, etc., whatever you want to call it. And in order to get there, they need the apostates to sort of open the door and invite them in.
That's correct, yeah. Kind of
Okay.
similar to standard demonology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that that's
So,
a pretty
and
accurate. Sorry, go for it.
it doesn't sound like the apostates like these guys, actually. Because essentially what goes through my head is like they're rejecting the the tyrannical requirements of the church-run government, and instead they're submitting themselves to the tyrannical requirements of the demon government, essentially. So it's like they're just trading out one master for another. So it sounds like if they're going this route, it's because they have to, not because they want to. Almost like the demons are just straight up lying to them.
Yeah, that actually could work. I think that actually sounds about right. The idea was that the demons give power in exchange for the apostates basically just destroying things.
I wouldn't have
Things in
them
the world.
phrase it that way, though. I would
But,
have
like-
them put it in such a way that it's like what they're asking for is very small. It's very easy. You were gonna do it anyway. Why not? Basically, that sort of thing.
That actually, yeah, that works. Yeah, that actually
I'm
makes
willing
sense.
to give you all of this power, and all I ask for you is a tiny bit of loyalty. You know, that spiel.
Mm. Yeah, like even though it's kind of a
Oh, who?
a bad movie, but All Dogs Go to Heaven too. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Well, basically the idea is that this evil demon dog or like gives collars to spirit dogs, and it turns out that he's the devil.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking of Faustus, but
And that's probably it. So, sorry, dude. You
No, yeah.
good game.
Yeah.
don't worry, I'm not going to flex on you by doing a pretty long
I know.
game. That'd be terrible. That'd be lame. But I was kind of thinking like they get to just enact all of their baser desires and just get to do whatever they want. And any kind of base desire like destruction, killing, moral depravity, torture, general degeneracy, sexual degeneracy, like
Essentially,
substance
anything that
abuse.
stokes the self.
Yeah,
I think that's what you're going for.
yeah.
Yeah, I might
Any
pop
kind of
off now.
selfish desire. All right. See you later.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.
Okay. So it's like, are there
Yeah,
any apostates that aren't huge fans of the demons? Because it sounds like there are some apostates who essentially like go the Night Lord's route, where they hate the church and the demons because they know that they're going to get manipulated either way. They don't have to be a large faction, but
yeah, actually, I think that there probably would be, where they're just kind of individualized small pockets
yeah, it's
that
the
don't
difference
belong to the
in 40k terms: renegade legions versus cult legions.
Yeah, I haven't really written that many. I know that there's at one point going to be kind of inspired by a thing my mission president told me about, where there was a small anti-President Bell club called the Boat. I don't know why they called themselves that, but they were just like, they didn't like the current leadership. So I'm kind of using that as inspiration for kind of a civil war between two legions on one of the planets. So that's one idea, at least, for something along those lines. I think there would be like small apostate groups. Like
Now,
especially on
okay, go ahead.
sorry, go for it. I was just thinking like
imagine that apostates sound like they make a lot of enemies. Are there any allies to the church who aren't necessarily of their faith, but recognize that the cult is bad news?
Yes, there are. So the idea is that there are two factions. There's the church, and then there's the Apostolicus, and then there is the Evangels. I may workshop the name.
Okay.
But the idea is that the Evangels is basically anybody who believes in God, is Christian, like ostensibly Christian, but they don't believe in the tenets of the Apostolicus. But they are ostensibly aligned, kind of in the idea that, I guess, people who are Mormon or LDS aren't necessarily very liked by Southern Baptists or Calvinists or that sort of thing, but
like where they might have bad blood between each other, but nobody likes the communists. Sort of like that.
Yeah, it's basically the idea of, we don't like your doctrine, but we hate their lack of doctrine. We don't like their lack of doctrine more because it's more threatening. You're at least going to let us live and let live to a certain extent.
Okay. And I imagine that we like bump into some of these factions like across the story, as essentially the pattern of the story, for want of a better word, is that your character is going to be like going to different theaters, and he's going to be working with different groups. Maybe he'll like have his own pet squad, his retinue follow him around, but beyond that, he'll just be of like meeting other different cultures that are part of this world, and that's what the story is essentially made of, right?
I wasn't thinking that it would be like that. I think that would be like that does happen, but it wouldn't take up large chunks of it. It would basically just be him traveling around, trying to get a sense of how things are going across the various planets, as well as having so I guess kind of transplanting like the timelines of a mission to like this. There's once a month is MLC, which is the mission, which is or in this case the Crusade Leadership Council, where all of the zone leaders come in. In this case, it would probably be via Skype, since we're talking about 3 different planets, or like video conference of some kind. And the zone leaders account for what's been going on in their legions, successes, failures, and just they come up with a goal for the month, as far as what they want to accomplish. Then the Crusade commander would interview and would go to each one in person, as well as spend time at different ward councils and churches, to try and like see what's going on with the various bishops and stake presidents.
So
That's gonna
are
be
the zone leaders essentially just bidding for their particular pet project to get taken on in a more official capacity?
I would say no. It's more along the lines of they are in control of their legions, and they have to account for how they have utilized their troops during the previous
Okay.
month.
So it's like a long-term sit rep.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So they're not really. What input do they have on the proceedings?
I would say that in terms of input, the mission councils together about policies, what kinds of goals they want to do. Originally, it was like policies for the mission, maybe training plans. But in this case, it would probably be more like picking strategic targets for each zone, picking their strategic targets. Since how I've broken it down is that there are 3 currently at the start of the story. There's 2 battalions per planet, with the exception of one of the planets, which has 3 legions. Sorry, not battalions, legions.
Okay.
And each one is trying to like talks about, okay, here's our plans for this. Here's what we did well here. And here's what we're going to be planning on doing for this coming month.
As opposed to, we didn't do so well here, so we're reallocating resources away from that to something more profitable. Not profitable, quote unquote, but something with more.
Yeah, kind of, where they don't necessarily. There will be times where areas are closed down. One thing I am going with is that since certain places didn't baptize very much, I'm just going to make the first time they baptize like the first time that area is taken, and then kind of a battalion is set up there for kind of the first time. These possibly, I'm not sure.
Okay, now this may come off as a stupid question, but do you imagine does your vision for the story involve corrupting influences within this council?
I would say that there would definitely be corrupting influences for Apostolicus in general, and maybe there are maybe Apostolicus that aren't necessarily qualified for the position they're given, in terms of they're given it by the Crusade commander, but then it turns out, oh, they weren't necessarily the right person for the job.
Yeah, because it sounds like from the way you were describing the apostates that essentially the problem the Apostolicus is going through is that they are at a rate of your determining essentially hemorrhaging members to the Apostolicus, not that the apostates. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing. I would not make both of your factions that are opposed to each other start with the letter A.
True. Yeah, I'll have to figure out different alternative names for the demon affiliated faction. That's a good point. Mm-hmm.
I would probably also like is the demon faction like the most numerous faction? It's like the default of the geography of this universe is that the demons generally rule any place where there isn't any other specific ruler. Or is this like a small insurgency?
I would say that that the overall numbers wise, how it works is there's the kind of a set of core worlds, and then in kind of almost like a circle basis, where that's the Apostolicus, maybe even just the Apostolicus is just the army title, and then the faithful, I guess, could be the name of the faction, and the Apostolicus is just the soldiers / officers.
Or maybe like make the Apostolicus like their really fancy name, but there's another more common name that is like they're known for, like colloquially, like the boots or something like that. Just throwing stuff out there.
That's a good point. I mean, I'll have to workshop that. That's a good idea. Yeah, actually, I like that.
Yeah, it's like essentially there's like the U.S. Marine Corps. There's also Jarheads. Essentially, it come up with an equivalent for those.
Yeah, but I can't. I know I can't. Even though it would be hilarious, since one of the nicknames for the assistants to the mission president, because it's AP, they were nicknamed the Apes. But the problem is I can't really use that.
They don't want to live forever.
Come on, you apes! Do you don't want to live forever? Yeah, true. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
What I like to do when I'm like struggling for name is come up with a funny acronym. Like in another work that is like vastly different from like anything else you've ever heard about, there's a faction called the Tactical Response to Augmented Citizens and the Extra Regional, or Tracer.
That's actually smart. Okay. Yeah, I need to come up with it. I just kind of came up with Apostolicus because I thought it sounded cool. But yeah, colloquially, since I guess the idea is I'm a little bit scatterbrained. Or sorry if I'm coming off as scatterbrained, but I guess the idea was that the Apostolicus are the equivalent of missionaries in this day and age, where essentially like missionary efforts for the church have been suspended, and it's just total war across the galaxy, especially on the exterior planets. where kind of the enemy is surrounding them, like is kind of in a circle around them, almost like a bullseye on a marksmanship target.
Okay, so they're surrounded geographically, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. And then they're trying to expand the buffer zone around the core worlds.
And the enemies are the apostates. The
Mhm.
primary enemies, anyway. Or if there
Yeah.
are numerous factions that are like unintentionally coordinating.
I think that oftentimes they will kind of assign people to to various systems to try and fight against the Apostolicus. Yeah.
I meant more the forces against them. It's like you mentioned, like these carnivorous lizards before. Like, how are they fit into this?
My thought is that they're kind of like roving, that they're kind of like orcs in Warhammer, where they're roving across the galaxy for food.
So are they vulnerable to the demons?
Yeah. You can have Slytherin get possessed by demons. That's definitely possible.
Is
I
it
do
like
have
poor form, or is it fairly common, or what?
my thought is that it becomes it's something that they do in order to try and ally with the Slytherin. That they also will start using the Steelborn tech, which are in terms of the Steelborn, they're basically like AI worshippers, kind of like I guess the like this one like in Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible 4 or Mission Impossible 5, I mean, where there's this AI that's controlling this faction or a person of interest, I suppose. Or I guess in Marvel Comics, like the Kree Supreme Intelligence.
Actually, the analogy that comes to mind from Marvel for me is like a master mold. It's like one robot just churning out more robots.
I guess the idea is that they are flesh and blood humans that just worship technology and are subservient to the AI because they believe that the AI is able to perfectly control their lives for maximum efficiency.
So are they like cyborgs, or
many of them are cyborgs, yeah, or at the very least have cybernetic enhancements.
so it's like they were biological, but
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like they're probably dealing with issues of like the upper limits of like biological nutrition, because like how would they, it's like, do they induct other people into their cult, for want of a better word?
Yeah, I would say yes, and part of it also is the like when they would. I guess one of idea that I would have is that they they would like implant chips into people, and the implantation of the chips basically just starts like reprogramming their brains so that certain like thought processes are not allowed, like defying the AI, but they still have a certain amount of autonomy and agency just as long as they don't go against the AI.
Does that mean that it's possible for one of these beings to join the church?
The Steelborn?
Yeah, because
Um,
they were biological. They probably have brains of some sorts. Theoretically, the church would see them as having souls? Question mark. Or are like they are joined into this cult and the church just writes them off?
I actually think that it would actually behoove them to just try deprogramming, um, try like at least like giving them their free will back, and
So it
then they get to
sounds like
choose.
there would be individuals within the church, maybe not necessarily like frontline people, or maybe necessarily frontline people, that have been that are from this AI cult.
That actually would make a lot of sense.
Or
I need
or
to.
maybe it's like a syncretistic idea where they consider the cult and the AI's whims to be compatible with one another.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure I understand. Would you be able to clarify for me, just so I am able to get a better grasp on what you mean?
Okay. It's like in Catholicism, the idea is that your suffering is caused by your sin nature. You're
Hmm.
wanting things for yourself. You're wanting to put yourself ahead of others. Now, in Buddhism, completely different idea, but there's still the idea that the cause of your suffering is your desire for things that you do not have. And because you're desiring these things, you're supposed to clear your mind of the desires in order to free yourself of the corrupting influence of chasing after things that you can't have or probably shouldn't have. So, in that way, though Catholicism and Buddhism have that commonality of uh, suffering being caused by a wrong desire of sorts.
Hmm.
So it's like, could the
Um.
AI and the church reach similar conclusions? Like, I imagine it's like the AI considers it. What does the AI want, actually? Let's get to that first.
My thought with it was that it just wants a completely secular society.
Oh, never mind.
Where
Worth a shot.
basically this, well, that's kind of just the idea is that they want to make they believe that it's uh
Like they want a reason-based society.
mhm. Yeah, they want a
What if
reason
they
basis.
Yeah, what if they come to the conclusion that it stands to reason that if one follows reason to its logical conclusion, one must agree with the church because the church is God on their side and God made everything. Therefore, reason dictates that one should ally with God.
That is a good question. I hadn't considered that. My thought was that the AI just doesn't really take God into its calculations or doesn't believe that like an omnipotent power exists, so to speak.
It might make well. First off, the omnipotent power does exist, right? This isn't just the church isn't just making it up, right?
Um, yes, but it's kind of more like, I guess, uh, God in our world, where, um,
So it's like there is an omnipotent force of reason, and there are also belief systems that claim to be that omnipotent force of reason.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
so
like,
it would
and
make sense for an AI that pursues reason to want to pursue after that cosmic reason. Maybe they don't call it God per se, but in fact, they probably definitely would not call it God per se, but they would call it something indicative that they they respect its rank. They respect what
mm,
it had done, and they respect its age, its knowledge, stuff of that nature.
mm, yeah. I guess my thought process was that kind of God is outside of our like perception of reality.
So it's like
Um,
God is there, but he doesn't matter, essentially.
um, that's a good question. Hmm. I was kind of my thought process, kind of our conception is that God will occasionally intervene in small ways. Um, Not like he did necessarily in the Bible, where kind of like splitting the Red Sea and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
if you kind
nothing
of go along with,
miraculous.
yeah, where kind of the idea is that um, like God exists and he influences the world through human instruments that he reveals knowledge to and gives power to.
And
Um,
wisdom, I would imagine.
yeah, power, wisdom, knowledge, and that sort of thing, and allows them to act for themselves. To so that's kind of the idea. I was, I haven't, yeah, I'm still kind of working out a lot of the like the mechanics of the cultures. I guess my just thought was that like it's like the Steelborn and the Apostates were two opposite ends of the spectrum, like the two opposing ends of like the atheist spectrum, where the Steelborn are essentially just technology driven, purely rational, like are just looking for efficiency and stuff like that, and are letting like technology govern their existence. Whereas with the apostates, it's more along the lines of they are anarchical. They just kind of like want to do whatever they want, no rules, no society, and want to take power from the faithful, kind of because it's personal. They believe they have been wronged and that the rights of government have been taken from them.
It sounds like the Steelborn and the Apostates are each other's actual biggest rivals, and anything that the church or the evangels, whatever you wind up calling them, anything that they do might just be like getting in the way of their real fight with one another. Like this is just some atheist
Mm.
melee that there are these occasional weirdos in.
That actually is a good point.
Yeah,
I
like
did
they
have
hate
an
each
idea.
other more than even the church.
Huh. That actually is a good point. I like that idea. I know that at one point, like the steel, like the kind of later on, at least, the apostates get steelborn technology and start equipping their demon possessed with the steelborn technology. And the apostolicus get the technology from the apostates. But that's actually a good point that the apostates start using steelborn tech to like and demonology in order to get the Slytherin to work with them. Since one kind of battle later on is basically the Slytherin and apostates basically engage with the Apostolicus in kind of an Alamo situation for the Apostolicus, where the Apostolicus are inside of a small fort, and the enemy is slowly moving in, is rapidly breaking through their defenses because they just don't have enough manpower.
So it's the Apostolicus and the Steelborn against the Slither brand.
Um,
I'm getting these names correct.
Kind of close. The idea is that it's the Apostolica, it's this one single Apostolica city against apostates and Slytherin, which have come together to hit them.
Yeah, I could imagine a scenario in which, through some very costly demonic rites, the apostates wind up hitting a Steelborn position and taking a bunch of their technology, including like one particularly cutting edge piece that they were working on but haven't quite perfected yet, and that wasn't ready for full deployment. But like the apostates care, and so the Steelborn go to the church and go, "Hey, here's what's going on. It's only logical that we work together on this."
That's a good point. I like that. Yeah, it could be that one of the things they don't like is the piece of technology actually is that the apostates have figured out a way to make techno hosts, techno bodies, for the demons, or like techno or cyberpunk hosts for the demons. I kind of had a few. I found a few designs that I really liked. Like I guess one example is actually, I guess, this Megatron was like the inspiration at least was Megatron from Transformers Prime. Kind of something like this. Or this, kind of where that's at least in that, or kind of like this, where it's all like techno-organic metal, but it's a demon host, but it's able to act as a demon host, if that makes sense.
Are you familiar with the Phyrexians' Magic the Gathering?
I am not, actually. Please run me through it.
Okay, well, Magic isn't really great with its lore anyway, but the general gist of it is that the Phyrexians are these oil corruptions of living matter, and when this black oil, which is possessed by the spirit and malice of some really ancient dead mad scientist, long story, when it touches them, or more to the point, when it touches their world, it corrupts everything and spreads really far, and it basically turns the entire dimension into Hellraiser.
Oh, I see. Hmm. Huh. That does make sense, actually. I like that.
Yeah, and what they like to do, they like to like spread their oil around on purpose in order to what they call it completing, but they spell it COMPLEAT, like complete and eat put together, which is kind of what they do. They complete
Oh.
things and consume them, make it part of themselves.
Ah. Hmm. Okay, that's neat. Okay, I didn't realize that. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
was
there
just
are a bunch
thinking
of
that.
lore videos you can look up that go into far better detail than I could, but that's the Wikipedia summary.
Hey, makes sense.
Yeah, but that's like I imagine that the Phyrexians would have a lot of very similar design philosophies to what you're aiming for, depending on which of the different Phyrexian cults you went with.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I
and that's
did.
where my knowledge of Phyrexia sort of like tapers off.
Yeah, I do have a lot of like demon ideas where kind of it is like techno-organic
Yeah,
type deal.
like I can give you one to look up if you want to like take a shot at it.
Yeah. Yeah, what's
Okay,
the
like one that I imagine probably is close to what you want to look up. Jin Gitaxius, JIN space GITAXIS, something like that.
okay, Jingataxius. Okay. Oh, interesting. Ooh. It kind of looks more like a little bit more like Alien.
Yeah, it's very Geiger.
Yeah. Okay. I had not considered that as a possible design, but okay, that's a great idea. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I need to put that in. Um in
JIN.
sorry. Uh,
GITAXIAS.
there we go. Yeah, because that's a neat design. I really like that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that would be maybe that's kind of like their what is it? Their like lesser demons or like the strategic types. That actually works as a neat idea. I like that. It's a good design. And then kind of like this kind of thing is more kind of the warrior types.
Actually, I imagine
Uh,
that being more of like the types of the people who get possessed and then put on armor versus like the occasional demons that actually just inhabit the armor directly.
True. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, kind of the idea. One idea that I guess the premise that I'd be going with is that like it reshapes their bodies rather than kind of normal demon possession. Um, and in demonology, where it doesn't necessarily affect your body. The idea here is that it does. But yeah, like some of them where there's like it's an actual steel host, metallic host created for the body rather than the body putting on armor that suits its new form. Actually is a good distinction. I like that.
Yeah, you could have so much fun just looking at all the Phyrexian cards that have been printed over the years.
Oh yeah, I probably could. Yeah, I do have like this one I think is a good example of what I might be going for with like one of the warrior steelborn demon steelborn hybrids where it's basically just all metal, and like even its organs are metal. Um, versus something like this where it's more like this is very much armor over somebody. So maybe I should move that to the just the apostate section rather than demon section. Since you could easily put a person in that, like whereas something like this like is clearly something that's not human. So
Some other ones you might want to look at. There was a cycle in a recent Phyrexian set. Was that was Dominator United? Huh. It's the Defiler of cycle. There's Defiler of Dreams, Defiler of Faith, Defiler of Flesh, Defiler of Instinct, and Defiler of Vigor, which shows how Phyrexia corrupts all 5 colors in Magic's lore.
so like this is this so like this stuff.
Yeah, there's tons.
Okay.
Of it. You have the pick of the litter if you want. If you're looking for inspiration.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. This is some neat stuff. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very kind. That's great. This has got some neat stuff in it.
Yeah, look upon the Phyrexians. Don't read their story, but look upon the Phyrexians. They went out like bitches. Look at the Phyrexians. They're cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, I told you
Oh,
Magic lore wasn't written that well.
Yeah, by all accounts, I haven't heard very many good things. Especially like Soren Markov is kind of a bitch, bitch in some ways. Like, even though he should be uber powerful, he's not actually that good. Or am I incorrect? I just see Soren Markov keep getting beaten over and over and over again.
You're not wrong. It's like if you want to see it's like Soren at his height, you want to go look back at the original Phyrexian story, not Phyrexian, the original Eldrazi storyline.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's where
since
Nahiri and Ugin the Spirit Dragon contained the Eldrazi the first time on Zendikar? Wow, that took me way too much brain power.
fair enough. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's some like weirdly complicated history in Magic the Gathering. Okay. I should probably let you get going.
Yeah,
We've
it
been
sounds like
chatting
you got a
for
lot
a
to think
while.
about and look up.
Yeah, I do. I need to do some more building. I'll need to figure out more stuff. If I could do this again with you, that would be great because this has been really helpful.
Sure, but I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow.
Well, don't worry. I
Okay.
have work. I have work tomorrow, so
Got it.
yeah, I work. I work Monday through Wednesday and then Saturdays. I'm not sure whether it will continue that way with my. Actually, it probably will not continue that way. If depending on whether my job gets turned into, I get shifted to a different job in the company, or they'd let me go with a retention fee.
Okay.
All right, we will call it good for
Yeah.
today, folks. All right, bye.
It's time to